What's going on, guys? It's Tom here, back today with another video. I'm back today with my analysis of tier 2 of the perks that are going to be coming to Black Ops 2 multiplayer. You guys actually have been asking for this video for a couple of days, ever since I've actually posted the first one, so really glad that you guys support that one. Hopefully this one is going to be just as good. I'm going to be covering obviously tier 3 in a couple of days time, so if you've actually missed either of those two videos, there'll be annotations at the bottom of the screen so you can go and check out any of those if you've missed them. So anyway, moving on to tier 2, and tier 2 is normally where some of the heavyweight perks are, and this year it's going to be no different. We've got some really good perks that you can see on the left hand side of the screen. So the first perk we've actually got is called Hardwired, and this is a brand new perk that's come to the game. And Hardwired is going to mean that you're actually going to be immune to counter UAVs and enemy EMPs. And I think that counter UAVs and enemy EMPs are some of the most annoying kill streaks in the game. You know, when they're actually used against you, they're really bad. You know, I personally rely on the minimap a lot. I'm always keeping my eye on that minimap. So whenever that's taken away from me, I feel really vulnerable. So the fact that you can use Hardwired and not actually be affected by that is really good. I think this is, again, you know, part of them breaking down the Ghost perk, the infamous Ghost and Assassin perk from the previous games. They've broken it down, and in this year's game they've kind of really broken it down so you can only get a certain amount of stealth, and this is one of them being Hardwired. I think it's a good perk, but on its own it might not get that much use because, you know, not a lot of people actually run counter UAVs and EMPs. The next perk we've got is Scavenger, and Scavenger is a long time COD favourite. It's going to mean that you replenish ammo and grenades from your fallen enemies. At the moment there's not many details about this, whether it's just going to be grenades and special grenades. I'm not actually sure whether you're actually going to replenish stuff like claymores and things like that, but I'll let you guys know that as we get closer and closer to the game. The next perk we have is Cold Blooded, and Cold Blooded was actually featured last time in Modern Warfare 2. In this year's game it's going to mean you've got resistance to targeting systems, including the dual band, target finder, sensor grenades and player controlled aircraft. So this is actually a little bit different from Blind Eye, which we saw in tier 1, and the way that this is actually different means that you're not actually going to show up as a red diamond on player controlled aircrafts. So stuff like the warship and stuff like that, you're not actually going to see people who have Cold Blooded. However, if you do have a kind of AI kill streak, say maybe an attack helicopter, then that is actually going to be able to kill Cold Blooded users. So again, this is just more of how they're kind of splitting up the stealth perks, and I'm really liking this new system. And I do think the Cold Blooded is going to be quite a popular perk in tier 2, but I don't actually think it's going to be the best perk in the tier. I think people are just going to use it because everyone's kind of liked and kind of relied on stealth in the last few games, but I think that this could be very popular but not the best perk. Next perk is Toughness, and I do think that this is actually a really good perk. It's going to mean that you flinch less when shot, and this is actually a really underestimated thing to do. It's actually been seen in similar forms in the past couple of Call of Duties, and it actually really does help you in those gunfights, especially long one-on-one gunfights. That perk's really going to help you out. Finally, we have Fast Hands, and Fast Hands isn't actually Sleight of Hand. Sleight of Hand is no longer a perk. I'm going to be telling you exactly what Sleight of Hand is in one of my future videos. But Fast Hands actually means you're going to be able to do stuff like swap grenades faster, use grenades and equipment faster, and safely throw back frag grenades. So this actually has nothing to do with the reloading of your gun. As I said earlier, it's not going to be like Sleight of Hand. This perk's probably most similar to Quick Draw in Modern Warfare 3, you know, the way you kind of did stuff quick with your hands, and that's exactly what it's going to do. You're going to be giving you fast hands, and I think that this is going to be maybe quite a popular perk in the tier, but I'm really not sure if that's going to be majorly. I think the best perk in this tier is maybe going to be Toughness, maybe Scavenger, depending on kind of what gun you're using. Personally, I might actually not be going for a tier 2 perk, and I'm going to show you some of my suggested classes when we get a little bit closer to the game and give you a little bit more details about that. So anyway guys, that's my analysis of perk 2. I think it's going to be really interesting to see what kind of perks emerge as the strongest ones. You know, now we've got no kind of steady aim, sleight of hand, that kind of thing. It's going to be interesting what kind of dominates this big tier 2 perk. So anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you're still here and you enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like below. It really helps me out. Let me know what perk you think you're going to be using in the comments below. Also be sure to check out a couple of my previous videos, got those on screen right now. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys with another video very soon.